Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the best pop songs penned by those known for their contributions to rock.
You got your $1 million contract, and they're all waiting for your hot check.
Number 10, Halo, Beyoncé.
Remember those walls I built? Well, baby, they're tumbling down.
It's hard to imagine anyone but Beyoncé taking on this iconic track, given what she's done with it. While she's made it her own, she wasn't the one who came up with the concept. That honor goes to Ryan Tedder of One Republic. Primarily known for their smattering of hits throughout the 2000s, the song came to fruition shortly after he underwent surgery for a previous injury.
It's the risk that I'm taking. I ain't never gonna shut you out.
Although he was supposed to be recovering from that, he threw his energy into penning Halo, a gorgeous and heartfelt ballad. After just a few hours, the Ray LaMontagne-inspired piece had been completed, and after a few tweaks done by the singer herself, it was transformed into the number we all know and love today.
Baby, I can see your halo. You know you're my saving grace.
Number 9, Crazy, Patsy Cline.
One of the greatest thrills of my life, I guess, was when one of the greatest entertainers of our time recorded a song of mine. The lady's name was Patsy Cline, and the song was Crazy.
Considering how much of an icon he is now, it's hard to believe Willie Nelson got his start behind the scenes. While working as a songwriter for a record label, Nelson penned Crazy, a classic country track inspired by his mental state at the time.
I'm crazy for crying and crazy for loving you.
It took less than an hour for him to write, and immediately stood out with its use of several different chords. Eventually, the song found its way to Patsy Cline, who infused it with her own vocal style.
Crazy for feeling so blue.
This led to a perfect storm of country and big band elements, creating a truly unique final product. The single quickly blew up and peaked at number 2 on the country charts, giving Nelson the push he needed into the mainstream.
Wondering what in the world did I do?
Number 8, Feelgood Time, Pink featuring William Orbit.
We go where we like, we got overtime, we get paid to rattle our chains.
One last-second act of generosity changed the trajectory of a song entirely. Grammy-winning rock musician Beck initially wrote Feel Good Time for himself. However, when Pink came into the picture and showed interest in recording a cover, he simply handed it over to her. After removing his original vocal track and guitars and having the pop stars sing over it instead, it was officially used as the main single for the Charlie's Angels Full Throttle soundtrack. The song was then included on Pink's subsequent album. Beck's association with the track helped it gain a wider audience and critical recognition. This led to soaring reviews and even a Grammy nomination for Best Pop Collaboration with Vocals. Number 7, The Best Damn Thing, Avril Lavigne. While rock stars are primarily known for their grittier sound, some have proven that they can excel at brighter, bubblier songs as well. This is evidenced by tracks like The Best Damn Thing by Avril Lavigne.
I found my hopes, I found my dream, my Cinderella story scene.
Its sillier elements, such as the spelling of her name and the cheerleader-inspired vocals, were all thanks to Butch Walker of South Gang and Marvelous 3 fame. He had made his name through his contributions to various rock scenes throughout the 80s and 90s before lending his abilities to Lavigne's number.
Better sing. Always give me what I want. Give me a beat. You're very, very good to me.
Walker's experience within the glam scene was instrumental, as elements of the genre come through in the final product. His involvement in both the lyrics and production were invaluable, helping it become a standout on Lavigne's third album.
Me, I'm a scene. I'm a drama queen. I'm the best damn thing that your eyes have ever seen.
Number 6, Nothing Compares to You, Sinead O'Connor. Although this song was recorded by the original artist who wrote it, it didn't see any recognition until it was picked up by someone new.
Nothing compares to you.
Prince, a A star who needs no introduction, crafted Nothing Compares to You for his band The Family in the 1980s. When it was first released, it largely went ignored compared to the others on the album.
I said nothing can take away these blues.
Less than a decade later, it was covered and transformed by Sinead O'Connor, who helped turn it into a global phenomenon. She updated the key, giving it an even more emotional tone in the process. The success inspired Prince to re-release the number, creating several rousing renditions that helped remind the world exactly who penned the masterful ballad. Number 5. Wake Me Up, Avicii. This has to be one of the most unexpected collaborations in recent history. Avicii was already a household name, but his 2013 single Wake Me Up took his career to even higher heights.
I can't tell where the journey will end, but I know where to start.
While the production stood out, that isn't the only element that added to its pop perfection. A litany of artists across various genres pitched in to help add to the piece. The acoustic guitar heard throughout was written and performed by Mike Einziger, the guitarist for Incubus.
All this time I was finding myself and I didn't know I was lost.
He had a hand in creating the progression and melody, two aspects that immediately stood out in the final product. The combination of different genres helped its success even more, cementing it as one of the most successful and interesting dance songs in recent history.
So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older.
Number 4. She-Wolf, Shakira. Some songs are so far removed from one's original genre that it's hard to believe they had any involvement at all.
Moon's awake now, with eyes wide open. My body is craving, so feed the hungry.
Sam Endicott, primarily known for his work with post-punk group The Bravery, proved that he excelled at much more than just rock. He had a huge hand in composing the instrumental for She-Wolf, one of Shakira's most successful singles to date.
Sitting across the bar, staring right at her prey. It's going well so far, she's gonna get her way.
Although Endicott didn't initially create it with Shakira in mind, as soon as she asked, he sent it over without any hesitation. The singer added her own lyrics to it, and the rest, as they say, is history. Endicott later gave his seal of approval, praising it for how far it went outside the box compared to other pop music.
There's a she-wolf in your closet. Let it out so it can breathe.
Number 3. Get the Party Started, Pink.
Get this party started on a Saturday night. Everybody's waiting for me to arrive.
Some artists are still learning new talents well into adulthood. Linda Perry, known as the frontwoman of Four Non-Blondes, has found more recent success writing ditties for young stars. She's been successful with rock-adjacent hits with songs like What You Waiting For by Gwen Stefani, becoming instant classics.
Take a chance 'cause you might grow.
Perry's first pop creation was 2001's Get the Party Started, which emerged after she began experimenting with production tools. She then did the same with the lyrics, peppering in several popular phrases at the time.
I'm having a great time, and I'm like, oh, horns, what's this Triton thing? You know, and then clav, and then all this craziness, and then I'm like, okay, all right, now what am I going to, oh, let me get a bullet microphone.
After realizing she'd accidentally created the perfect dance track, Perry offered it to Madonna, who turned it down. The song eventually found its way to Pink, earning her another top 5 single on the Billboard Hot 100.
Pumping up the volume with this brand new beat. Everybody's dancing and they're dancing for me.
Number 2. Manic Monday, The Bangles. Sometimes a crush can lead to so much more than a potential relationship.
He tells me in his bedroom voice, come on honey, let's go make some noise.
Although it's now primarily associated with the Bangles, Manic Monday was actually written by Prince in 1984 for another group, Apollonia 6. While it ended up falling through for them, it still saw the light of day just a couple of years later.
Time goes so fast when you're having fun. It's just another magic Monday.
The star had had been a fan of the Bangles up to that point, and a supposed crush on one of their members led to him offering them the track under a pen name. The group eagerly accepted, and after putting their own spin on it, it was finally released. It soon rocketed to the top of the charts, giving the Bangles their first hit single.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Beautiful, Christina Aguilera.
Now and then I get insecure from all the pain.
Although Linda Perry's previously mentioned work with rock-adjacent stars helped her find her footing in pop, this track cemented her status with the broader genre. Her most notable contribution in that field was with Christina Aguilera's heartfelt ballad, Beautiful.
"'Cause you are beautiful, no matter what they say."
While it was originally written with the intention of being a solo piece for Perry herself, all it took was hearing Aguilera sing it once to hand it over to her instead. She was impressed by the star's vulnerability and raw vocals, which are featured on the final version. It ended up becoming one of her signature hits, securing both her place as one of her generation's best rising stars and Perry's place as an invaluable contributor to the art form.
"Don't you bring me down today."
Which pop song were you most surprised to learn was crafted by a rock star? Let us know in the comments below.
She sits there and her friend comes in and the song starts and she looks at her friend and she says, "Don't look at me." And I knew, I got shivers and I knew this is her song.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.